Okay, 4th of August 2026. What day are we on? Tuesday. I've had a song, I don't know what it is. I really don't. All I'm getting is second-hand love. So maybe you just like second-hand clothes, furniture, antiques. I don't know. We'll get there. So let's see. Capricorn, well, they don't like second-hand. They prefer the good stuff. 12th house and Uranus rebellion. So maybe a Capricorn's rebelling against that, and they are going full on pre-loved stuff. 12th house is victims and martyrs there, so I reckon somebody's gritting their teeth and saying yes when they mean no. And rebellion, Uranus, alternative way of life. So let's have a look then. Most of my 12-year generation, I can't remember when it started, was born under Uranus. So Uranus is like I think it's 12 years, is like a tribe, if you like. We all have them. So it doesn't go generational, it goes planetary. And Uranus is all of them. Let's have a look. Today's card is the Father card, so if you're waiting for my message from Dad, today's the day. So if his door number or his birthday comes up, you know that it's him. His bosses, government officials, father figures, the main man in your life, your divine partner, if you're a woman, or even if you're a man, to be fair. If you're in the same sex, because Uranus is about, oh, it's in the first part, it's very important. Uranus is about same-sex partnerships. Let's have a look then. Very important, because it's in the first part. It is Aries, but it's neutral because it's today's card, so we don't go on that unless it comes out again. Here we go. Firstly, we've got Taurus. Somebody can't speak, or there's issues with the neck and throat, or maybe that's what was wrong with Dad when he passed. He was born in the year of the rabbit. The one I remember most is 1951. It is Taurus. It is someone who's unreliable, unpredictable, especially financially. It's friendships that are unreliable and unpredictable. And you realising that you've been trapped by other people's words, thoughts, or your own thoughts. We've got Aries there in the sky with Scorpio. So starting to see the bigger picture, realising you are not paralysed by fear. You can stand up, because those swords were put there by someone, and she was blindfolded and bound, but not tightly. She could have got out at any time, but the fear kept her trapped there. There's nothing but to fear but fear itself, because those people left a long time ago. That's 8 weeks. So today's card is in the upright, which means we need to have self-esteem, self-respect, put our shoulders back, chest out, and look the world in the eye. However, the minor arcana of Aries there is being a bit of a snake in the grass. So this is our first house, Aries. It's the face we show to the world. It's one of non-action, of impotence. Somebody feeling they can't, or they are unable to, or unwilling to take action. It's also impotence for the lads. Head and face injuries, possible. So we've got Taurus and Aries already. We've got an Aries moon, well done, Spirit. We've got Saturn in Aries. Pallas in Aries. Taurus is in the 6th house of health. So where is Uranus? Gemini. Oh, it's something or someone returning from the past. It's child abuse, childhood trauma, or recent past trauma. Anything that leaves a bad taste in the mouth. Children, siblings. And action is needed. And there's the hawk again. See the bigger picture and take action. It's time to get detached from this feeling of impotence, this unreliability, this unpredictability. It's getting clear in the mind. This is Aquarius energy. It is also, in some cases, divorced or widowed women. But if it's Aquarius, it's any gender. Somebody professional who gives good advice. But she is very distant, very guarded. She's been broken, and that's why she gives the best advice. Where have we got Aquarius then? 4th house, home and family life. So it could be something to do with we've got Juno in Aquarius and Pluto in Aquarius. And then we have the Whale. This is unfinished business. It's not over till the Fat Lady sings. Some chapter you thought was over possibly last year is returning. 21. Bob, Dean, the snake, which is last year, and the snake's mentioned there as well. The snake in the grass last year, when we should have been preparing for this year. And some of you didn't. It's delays in travel. It's internet problems. It's global problems. It's the cosmic dance. 21. Negative energy. The only major arcana we've got. It's Yggdrasil. It's the family tree, the tree of knowledge. It's an important root-based system. We've got 6 months mentioned. And 8 weeks. Door numbers, birthdays, date for your diary. Too many, sorry. Somebody's not ready for this, but karma is coming back to hit. And whatever you've done in the past, intentionally or unintentionally, you are going to face it and have to put it right if you've done wrong. We don't give up because we can't give up, but we do not take with us unnecessary baggage into the future. So it's time to put things right. We don't chop the apple tree down for firewood. We trim it and we feed the roots, hoping for a better crop later on, especially in career and finances. Again, we've got the 6 of Cups, so we've got all the cards we need in this read. The rest is just gravy. There is some sort of trauma, something from the past that we are going to have to pay the price for, good or bad. Bedtime stories, fairy tales, somebody maybe telling lies. There he is on his own card. So Spirit are telling us for definite that this is a very important card. Aries. This is somebody who protects, somebody who's very successful. Father figures, bosses, government officials, kings, princes, whatever. A benefactor, the divine masculine energy. 4 or 31. Henry, Harry, Audrey. Very little effort has been put in so far, or someone has worked themselves into the ground and made themselves ill. A tattoo is regretted, possibly. 8 years is mentioned. There it is, the unfinished business. Sagittarius. If you act in haste, you will always repent at leisure. This card lacks stamina. They start things without thinking and never see them through. So something needs to be brought to a conclusion, I'm afraid. Sagittarius nowhere on the chart, so it's bound to be a person. Sagittarius starts 20th of November to 20th of December. There it is. Freedom, standing on your own 2 feet, Independence Day, 9 years. Finally, standing up and being independent within or without a relationship, a situation, a job, whatever it is. Because somebody's been found out. There's no more ability to hoodwink you, to keep you trapped in that fear. They've been painting a very pretty picture of how things should be, and you've been listening up to now, been trapped in that circle of swords. But suddenly, somehow, they're found out. They cannot tell you that you're there because they got you there, or they cannot keep taking your money and saying it's needed and then using it for something else. It's identity fraud, credit card fraud, but above all it's lies, deceit and theft. And there we end with where we began. The unstable, unpredictable finances, career, the mouth, the throat, the tongue, speech, impossible. Someone in uniform perhaps, somebody of a darker complexion maybe, but it's Taurus energy. Somebody wants to escape. They're already halfway out. We're at a crossroads again. So, what do we say? I can hear you all saying it. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. You need to do it differently this time. Take the path you didn't want to take with your yes buts and your excuses, because there is no other way of escaping this. You have to put it right. So, here we go. Let's see. Final row. Yeah. Peace of mind will not come until you do battle. You will rest between battles, but there are battles to be had. You need to heal from some heartache, sorrow, loss or separation. And there's Chiron healing. Virgo energy. What's Chiron in? Taurus, well done, there you go. So Chiron in Taurus, that's what we needed then. There is something needs healing. Slow and steady wins the race. Your finances will improve, and career, which is the Capricorn energy. You feel though that there is a lack of something. This is the person with the limp, the scar on the leg, the amputation, and this is someone that's been shut out in the cold, feeling lonely in a room full of people, half erased, invisible. There's a hole in the pit of the stomach that they cannot fill. They are half of what they were. And here he is again, same person, he didn't put enough effort in. Aries energy, or she didn't, if they're Aries. It's loss of passion. There's nothing to be passionate about. And it's a dark night of the soul. You've realised that you are the one making that tunnel longer, and there's only you can stop it. Someone that was torn between two properties, two people, two situations, and destroyed both, and see no light at the end of the tunnel. Nothing here has been created, and there are dogs baying at the moon. So those born in the year of the dog, negative energy. 18. Patrick and Frank. Enemies, sworn enemies. But the thing about this is, it looks at first glance like the enemy is the one outside peering in. But it could quite easily be the one inside peering out, because he's not looking at that child. He has a sword, and that he is smiling at that person outside because they've got what they wanted. So, the enemy within, perhaps. You may be your own worst enemy. It's time to walk away. New horizons. Because this is draining your cup. Home and family life, Cancer. There was conditions put upon love. Second-hand love. That is what the song says. So you are drained. Maybe self-medicating on drink or drugs. Or somebody is, because they do not feel like they got the love they deserved. Depression will follow, unfortunately. You can't make it up. Perfect read. Aries energy. Head and face injuries. Somebody here is very low in self-esteem, self-worth. They insist on their way or the highway because they're insecure. This is the Emperor's new clothes. Somebody needs to call him out because he's making a fool of himself. So, there we go. That was the clearest read I've ever had. It was in the first pile. So the number 4 and 31, massively important. Henry, Harry, Audrey, Hepburn, the actress as well, could be important. So 444 might be important. 313131, or a mix of the two. I don't know, but that Aries energy is massive. So, and we've got it all over the chart. Let's have a look, because this is very clear. You can't get any clearer than this. Bloody hell. 12th house, prisoners, and also making, so there's the prisoner, you're trapped in that circle of swords. Making recompense for past deeds, so what you've done wrong, intentionally or unintentionally, you have to put right. Don't say yes while you're gritting your teeth. If you don't want to say yes, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Be your honest self. Speak your truth. Stand in your truth. Prisons, institutions, the green chakra, which is your heart. The heart wants what the heart wants. There is a return, and it might not be a pleasant one because this is something that wasn't pleasant in the past. It was a trauma. The feet and toe issues. Karma, family secrets, hidden enemies. There's family secrets that are draining you. Hidden enemies there. Well done, Spirit. Round of applause. If Maluda's watching this, she'll be round of applause as well. Surrender, institutions, and the collective unconsciousness. The things that were hidden. It's the house of secrets. This is the opportunity for you to reconnect to the whole, to bring to light that which has been obscured. It's where your individuality and your boundaries were relinquished, and you need to put them back. If you've lived in a delusion for a very long time, which she did, that you would pay a heinous price for whatever this was, it's not true. You've been overthinking it. Analysis paralysis. The merge back may be a painful process for those that believe they are special, individual. There must be a reparation for past wrongs. The results of your past actions, personal and collective, are met. So it could be a global issue as well. So a rebellion is about to take place. Revolution and upheaval is Uranus. Capricorn in Uranus. Rebelling against the material world. The highly strung placement seeks to transform society and governments. So government overthrows. It can indicate brilliant business and political strategies or eccentric ideas. And we've seen enough eccentric ideas to last us a bloody lifetime. So, let's have a go then. 3 times he's come out and he was in the first part. So, very important. As is the 18 and the 21 that are negative. Simple as that. Someone needs to grow a backbone, stand up straight and speak for themselves. Stop being a coward. Take action. And there's the full cup. So there is a cup waiting for you. But it is the gambler's cup, which is usually he's gambling, throwing dice out in the snow. This is the throw of the dice. Take a risk, because if you don't, you will always regret it. Uncertain meaning, a secret matter, there we go, secrets, a mystery, hidden things, occult abilities, initiation, knowledge of your own destiny, knowledge of the future, determining the future of your path. What's it going to be? The definition of insanity, doing the same thing and going round in circles, or taking a different path. So, Pertha then, spot on, Spirit. Absolutely beautiful read. Well done, you. Pertha, number 14. A chance encounter may be destiny. Take the chance, take the risk, or forever lose it. The 3 Norns, the ladies of fate, the knowledge of the runes, the weaver of the web. So the web weaver, there it is. The internet, maybe down. Pertha, number 14. 14 in the tower is Temperance, which is patience, and Sagittarius. Hips and thighs, weight gain, weight loss. Perthu, there it is. Or Perthu, depending on who you speak to. Pure is a source of recreation and amusement to the great, where warriors sit blithely together in a banquet hall, so a celebration perhaps. The letter P. As the words of the rune poem above indicate, this rune is primarily associated with mysteries and the amusement that results from it. So gossip. However, there is a reason to believe that this part of the poem is mistranslated. So, lost in translation, a film as well. Some spam box maybe you need to look in because messages aren't going where they're supposed to. And that is the wives of the warriors, not the warriors who take joy in the revelation of secrets. So wives are gossiping. On this note, Pertha is connected with birth and death, and thus with beginnings and endings of all kinds. We need to make that ending of a chapter of our lives. The mysteries of the occult and what lies after life are related ideas. Another side to this rune is the association with gaming, a gamble. The very shape of the rune suggests a dice cup. The word Pertha said to mean a pawn or gaming piece, so somebody may be using you as a pawn in their game. And winning and losing are powerful concepts related to this fateful rune. Games of chance, that's, can you see that? That's landed on the 21. Red 21. Game of chance. Games of chance and skill are jointly governed by 3 goddesses of fate, the Norns. This goes for life too, and the Norns in the tarot is the 3 of cups, which can be a third party. The greatest game of chance and skill of all. In Norse mythology, these eternally weaving enigmatic goddesses were not forthcoming with their knowledge and had to be wooed to reveal the future. So somebody may have kept this secret for a very long time. Even Odin himself had to resort to outrageous bribery. So Wednesday. to find out what the web of the weird had in store. Although Odin had little influence with the weavers of the web, the same cannot be said for his wife Frigga. This paragon of domestic virtue seems to have been on very good terms with them and was additionally regarded as the patroness, so gossip between women and wives. And of women in labour, so midwives, midwifery, or gossip about the paternity of a child. Frigg was also believed to be the mother of at least some of the Valkyrie, the warrior women who rode flying steeds over battlefields to select those who had died bravely to enjoy a happy life in the Hall of Fame. Not this one, because he lied about his bravery on the battlefield. It's not true. So he will not go to Valhalla. And the father. So there's the father. Luckily, it is upright. You must stop immediately. This rune is telling you that you are not meant to know the answer to your question at this time, because any foreknowledge on your part would change the pattern of the web of the weird. So you have to make this decision yourself. In or out, the Norns will not divulge any information that would jeopardize their hard work. They've been working on behind the scenes. However, if Pertho appears, then kindly fate is taking a hand in your affairs, and the celebration is in the offing. Problems will be solved, your knowledge will increase, and you will find emotional security in good company. The runes suggest that you are playing the game of life well, and that you are definitely on a winning streak. Prophetic dreams, so the answer may come in your dreams, are associated with this aspect of Pertho too. There may also be news of a birth, a new enterprise, or indeed any event that will transform your life and how you live it. One word of caution. Pertho is associated with secrets, so use any information that comes your way with discretion. It wouldn't do to reveal your hand before you've made your play. Keep it to yourself. Loose lips sink ships, as my granny would say. And it did in the war. And we are at war with something or someone, so don't give them any ammunition to use against you. Right. Who's next? I want to say we're going to use these. Oh, there is the initiation. Exactly the same way. And if you can't see the, it's not really a good picture, it's usually Twin Towers, but the similarity, it's a passage. Where's, we need a deck that's got a better picture than that. Where's the Twin Towers? So twins, two destructive, two things destroyed through the rock choices. Oh, have we got one with two towers on? Oh, that's the wrong deck, silly get. I've already got that one out. No, she ain't got it either. Let's have a look. I know this one has. So, let's have a look. Because those of you that, so you see, there it is. The 18. The initiation, the dark night of the soul. You are brought to your knees to realise something. There it is. Yeah? This is your rite of passage. It is time to cross that threshold. Let's have a look. Both in the reverse. The initiation. I found the bloody thing. This one's not in alphabetical order, so it takes Age of Light, Great Gathering. There it is. 68. So you may be that age, you may have been born in that year, it may have an important meaning, door number, something like that. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look very scary from the outside, and I'm sure you were scared of this decision. But they are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred. But only those that are initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested and will be tested. Initiated because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose everything in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through these seeming hardships that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take that sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It will be painful and scary, but once we begin that journey, we can be more ourselves than we've ever been before. If you're in the middle of initiation right now, you will get through it, and one day soon you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open, and you are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you're closer than you think. This is your rite of passage. It's time to cross the threshold. And somebody I know is out there suffering from agoraphobia, and they're trapped in a dark place. You need to get out. Whatever trauma started that, it's now taking over your life, and you must get out of that. One of these then. Because it's got the archway on it and the moon. The Rainbow Prince, Sagittarius again. The Rainbow Bridge, 14. It's number 26 in this deck. Compensation for your perseverance. So if you stick at it and put the effort in, you will be compensated. Don't give up on something you really want. I'm not saying about holding something together that you don't want. I'm saying about something from the past that needs putting right. 26. 26. There it is. My childhood home was number 26, which is quite strange. The name Ian could be important. So, when the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving. After the rainstorms that you've endured on your journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold, which is the result, so status, career, getting better, money, whatever, of you using all the elements of your inner light and reaching into the sky until you touch the material realm from end to end. This isn't always an easy process, and hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with energy of giving the highest value, your compensation is inherent in the act itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorms that may have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance pays off, and your reward will be greater than you could ever imagine. And I can testify to that because I've always been the one to give and got nothing back. But I have never been left in a place where I've not had good friends and happiness with my kids. It's and through the good hearts of strangers, random people that I've met, including you lot, Kristen and April. We've had many conversations. Elaine. It's random people that are brought into your life. They are your tribe. So I add you as part of our family because you've been there more than so many others, even real family for me. So let's see. Yep, this is a heavy weight that we're going to have to lift, I'm afraid. It's time to get yourself in shape. Oh, I hate that bit. Ready for the battle. Otherwise, you cannot free yourself. There we are. You've got to realise that abundance doesn't just mean money. This is happiness and abundance, but at the moment you're not free to do so because you're carrying such a heavy weight. So, the rainbow is your signal. Watch for it. It's a good sign. Avoid the dogs. There's born in the year of the dog. And try to be upbeat. I know it's hard in these times, especially when we've got leaders that don't know what they're doing. But yeah, hang in there. Don't give up on yourself. It's not about anybody else. It's don't give up on yourself. Because you are exactly how you're meant to be. Even if you've made mistakes. We all make mistakes. As long as you're prepared to admit it and put it right, that's fine. Don't let your ego get out of whack, and don't be telling everybody it's your way or the highway, because that's not going to work. Okay? Let's see what this second-hand love song's about then. Bye.